صباح الخير جميعا. I will speak in Arabic, so you can put your headset please. صباح الخير جميعا. سنبدأ بالبند الأول من جدول أعمالنا: حفل تسليم جائزة المنظمة الدولية للأرصاد الجوية والمحاضرة العلمية. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. البروفيسورة سيليستي ساولو، الأمين العام للمنظمة العالمية للأرصاد الجوية، سعادة جيا كويدا، السفير والممثل الدائم ورئيس بعثة جمهورية الصين الشعبية لدى مكتب الأمم المتحدة في جنيف والمنظمات الدولية الأخرى في سويسرا، البروفيسور يان مين شو، الضيوف الكرام، السيدات والسادة، يسرني ويشرفني أن أترأس حفل منح الجائزة 70 للمنظمة الدولية للأرصاد الجوية IMO، وأن أرحب بضيوفنا الكرام. كما أنه لمن دواعي السرور والشرف أن نفتتح اليوم هذه المراسم الخاصة بمنح جائزة المنظمة الدولية للأرصاد الجوية، والتي تعتبر أرفع وسام علمي تمنحه المنظمة العالمية للأرصاد الجوية. إن جائزة المنظمة الدولية للأرصاد الجوية تمثل رمزاً للتميز والالتزام والريادة العلمية في مجال الأرصاد الجوية والهيدرولوجيا والعلوم ذات الصلة. فمنذ تأسيسها عام 1955 كرمت هذه الجائزة أفراداً كان لأعمالهم أثر بالغ في تشكيل وتطوير علومنا، وساهموا من خلال ذلك في إنقاذ الأرواح وتعزيز القدرة على الصمود وترسيخ التعاون الدولي. إنها ليست مجرد ميدالية أو لقب، بل هو تكريم لمسيرة حياة مكرسة للعلم. هذا العام تمنح جائزة المنظمة الدولية للأرصاد الجوية للبروفيسور جيان مين شو، الرائد الاستشرافي وعضو أكاديمية الهندسة الصينية منذ عام 1997، الذي وضع الهيكل التأسيسي لنظام الأرض لأقمار الأرصاد الجوية فيونغ يون، وقاد عمليات الإطلاق التاريخية لأول الأقمار الصناعية الصينية في المدار القطبي والمدار الثابت بالنسبة للأرض. لقد أسهمت مفاهيمه التصميمية المستقبلية في إحداث نقلة نوعية في مجال الطقس على المستوى العالمي، ودفعت برنامج أقمار فيونغ يون لتحقيق معدل نجاح تشغيلي استثنائي، مع توفير بيانات رصد حيوي لا غنى عنها، وذلك لسد ثغرات بالغة الأهمية في شبكات رصد المناخ والكوارث على مستوى العالم. وبينما ستتطرق الأمين العام إلى إنجازاته وإسهاماته، اسمحوا لي نيابة عن المنظمة العالمية للأرصاد الجوية وجميع أعضائها أن أؤكد على أهمية هذه اللحظة. إن جائزة المنظمة الدولية للأرصاد الجوية ليست مجرد تكريم للإنجازات الماضية، بل هي تجسيد متجدد للمبادئ التي تسترشد بها أعمالنا: النزاهة العلمية، التعاون متعدد الأطراف، وخدمة المجتمعات. فكل من نال هذه الجائزة يذكرنا بأن العلم عندما يمارس بروح المسؤولية والتواضع والالتزام يصبح قوة موحدة تجمع بين الشعوب وتخدم الإنسانية. واليوم سينضم اسم البروفيسور جيان مين شو إلى جنب أولئك الذين أسهموا في وضع أسس الأرصاد الجوية الحديثة. ومن خلال هذا التكريم نؤكد من جديد التزامنا المشترك لتطوير العلم في خدمة الإنسانية. اسمحوا لي أن أختتم بتعبيري عن خالص التقدير والامتنان. تهانينا للبروفيسور جيان مين شو، لقد جعلت المنظمة العالمية للأرصاد الجوية والعالم أفضل من خلال تفانيك ونموذجك الملهم. هذا وشكرا لكم. والآن يسعدني أن أعطي الكلمة للبروفيسور سيليستي ساولو، الأمين العام للأرصاد الجوية، لتقديم الفائز بالجائزة. تفضل.
Thank you very much. Good day to everyone. Dr. Abdullah Al-Mandous, President of the World Meteorological Organization, Ambassador Xia Guide, Academician Xu Jianmin, distinguished members of the Executive Council, colleagues and friends. It is a great honor to present the recipient of the 70th International Meteorological Organization Prize, Academician Xu Jianmin. As President Al-Mandous has just noted, the IMO Prize celebrates not only scientific excellence, but a lifetime of service to knowledge, service to cooperation, and service to society. Today, we honor a scientist whose work has helped transform the way we observe our planet from space. Academician Xu Jianmin was not only a founder of China's Fangyun meteorological satellite program, but also one of the key figures who connected it with the international community. From the early stage of Fangyun satellite applications, he saw clearly that China's satellite meteorology should not develop in isolation. He promoted international strategic consultation, supported the introduction and translation of important international works, and encouraged Chinese scientists to take part in global exchanges. He made indispensable contributions to linking Fangyun satellite applications closely with WMO's space program. That is a remarkable legacy. Academician Xu dedicated his career to making satellite data useful, reliable, and operational. Under his leadership, Fangyun satellite applications evolved into operational services that strengthen observation, forecasting, and decision-making. Mr. Xu's contribution has always been directed towards practical impact. This is science serving people. Through the Fangyun satellites, observations have supported West Asia, East Africa, and the Indian Ocean region. The repositioning of Fangyun 2H helped fill an important gap in geostationary satellite coverage over the Indian Ocean, supporting the WMO-sponsored Indian Ocean Data Coverage Program. But colleagues, I would also like to say something about the person behind these achievements. Xu Jianmin was not only a builder of systems, he was a builder of people. Academician Xu's support for young talent was not only expressed through words alone, but through years of quiet, consistent practice. He often reminded young people that meteorological science is not scholarship confined to the study. For him, the real classroom was the weather itself. Week after week, he would sit with his younger colleagues to review satellite cloud images of extreme weather events, typhoons, severe convective systems, complex meteorological processes. For him, each image was more than just a picture. It was a scientific question waiting to be understood. And his curiosity did not stop at the office door. Whenever he traveled by air, he would bring his camera and photograph the clouds along the flight route, then compare those images with satellite observations. Academician Xu Jianmin's character lies in the broader qualities that shaped him as a scientist: his scientific discipline and rigorousness, his philosophical way of thinking, and his rich personal interests. He believed deeply that no difficulty was beyond reach if one was willing to devote enough effort for it. This conviction was reflected in the way he approached scientific and technical challenges, with patience, persistence, and confidence, that even the most complex problems could be understood and eventually solved. This is also reflected in his love for nature and music. I've been told he likes Bach. His admiration for Bach's music, with its rigorous structure and mathematical precision, is a reflection of his character. His achievements are widely recognized. He has authored major scientific and technical publications, translated 5 books, received several national honors, and was elected academician of the Chinese Academy of Engineering in 1997. Colleagues, Xu Jianmin's career embodies a principle we hold dear at WMO, that the systems built with care and vision become part of the global public good. He combined scientific depth with operational purpose. He contributed to innovation, but also to continuity. And he invested in the next generation because he understood that the most durable legacy a scientist can leave is not a satellite, but a student who knows how to see. Dear academician Xu, on behalf of the WMO, I thank you for your standing dedication to meteorological science, technology, and services. It is our great honor to celebrate you today as the 70th laureate of the International Meteorological Organization Prize. Please join me in warmly congratulating academician Xu Jianmin.
شكرا الأمين العام البروفيسورة سيليستي. الآن أدعو سعادة السفير جيا كويدا لإلقاء كلمة تهنئة. تفضل سعادتك.
Distinguished President Abdullah Al-Mandus, Secretary General Celeste Solo, Professor Xu Jianmin, Executive Council members, dear colleagues. It is a great honor to attend today's award ceremony. First of all, I wish to extend my warmest congratulations to Professor Xu Jianmin on receiving the International Meteorological Organization Prize. The prestigious prize is the highest honor of the WMO. The conferral of this award on Professor Xu is full recognition of his long-standing dedication to meteorological science and disaster prevention and reduction. It is also an acknowledgement of China's achievements in meteorological development and reflect WMO's appreciation of the collective efforts of meteorologists around the world. For decades, Professor Xu Jianmin has devoted himself to satellite meteorology. He led his team in developing the ground operation system for Fengyun meteorological satellite. Fengyun literally means wind and cloud in Chinese. Promoted the wide application of satellite data in disaster monitoring, agricultural production, and public meteorological services, and actively advances the global service of Fengyun satellite. He has made outstanding contributions to the development of China's meteorological undertaking and to global cooperation in disaster prevention and reduction. Weather knows no borders. and neither do disasters. Professor Xu's work is a vivid reflection of the progress of global meteorology and the deepening of international meteorological cooperation. In the face of common challenges posed by extreme weather and climate change, no country can stand alone. Strengthening meteorological cooperation, improving early warning systems, and enhancing capacity are the shared responsibility of all members and the noble mission of WMO. China's meteorological development has benefited from WMO's cooperation platform and from long-standing exchanges among members. Within the WMO framework, China has worked with all parties to share experiences, deepen cooperation, and help strengthen early warning and meteorological services worldwide, especially in developing countries. China's Fengyun satellites have provided data and products to nearly 140 countries and regions, and emergency support services to more than 80 countries. Mazu, China's solution for early warning for all, is also providing support to disaster prevention and reduction in more countries. Anyone here, if you have any question about Mazu early warning system, no need to bother Professor Xu. Please turn to Administrator Zhenlin. Zhenlin, he may have the question answers to you all. China stands ready to work with all parties to ensure that the benefit of meteorological cooperation better serve people around the world. Today, as we congratulate Professor Xu Jianmin, we also pay tribute to all scientists who have devoted themselves to the global meteorological undertaking. China stands ready to work with WMO and all members to strengthen global meteorological governance and make greater contributions to building a community with a shared future for humanity. Thank you all.
شكرا لك سعادة السفير جاكويدا. والآن ننتقل إلى تسليم الجائزة. أولا ميدالية من الذهب عيار 14 قراط. ثانيا دبلوم يتضمن نص الجائزة. وثالثا تسليم شيك الجائزة. تفضل.
我要听一下他说什么。啊，对，可以的。
أود أن أذكركم بما ورد في الفقرة 9.3.6 من تقرير الجلسة 42 للمجلس التنفيذي، والتي أقر فيها المجلس بأنه ينبغي دعوة الحاصلين على جائزة المنظمة الدولية للأرصاد الجوية لتقديم محاضرات علمية خلال جلسات المجلس التنفيذي أو المؤتمر. وقد عقدت الجلسة 79 للمجلس التنفيذي في الفقرة من 16 إلى 20 يونيو 2025، ومنحت الجائزة 70 للمنظمة الدولية للأرصاد الجوية للبروفيسور جيان مين شو. البروفيسور جيان مين شو، أود أن أشكرك على قبول دعوتنا، ويسعدني أن أعطيك الكلمة لمدة 20 دقيقة لإلقاء أبرز النقاط لمحاضرتك العلمية بعنوان تطور أقمار الاصطناعية الجوية الصينية فينغ يون. تفضل.
Evolution of China's Fengying meteorological satellites. Thanks to WMO, Secretary General, and the representatives for your trust, granting me this great honor. This honor does not belong to me alone. It belongs to all the contributors who devoted to China's meteorological satellite course over the previous half of a century. Meteorological satellite observation was started 70 years ago, pioneered by USA. Up to now, more than 200 meteorological satellites is in operation. In winter of '69, an icicle disaster caused serious damage in China. The APT image from USA shows cloud system. Premier Zhou Enlai proposed to develop China's meteorological satellite. After 20 years' effort, in '88, Zhou Jingmeng presented China's first meteorological satellite image. Fengying satellite mission is performed by the 5 major components: satellite, instrument, launch, telemetry, and ground segment. The ground segment is performed at the National Satellite Meteorological Center of China. I was director from '86 to '96. The major tasks for the ground segment include mission plan, data processing, and application. The Fengying satellite strategy obeys the following principles: choose objectives based on its function and our existing ability. Initiate with achievable objectives. Make every effort for better quality. Approach higher levels step by step, gradually. Mission plan was constructed based on those principles. Since '88, China has successfully launched 23 Fengying meteorological satellites. China has become an integral part of WMO WIGOS. For polar orbiting observation, 3-hourly global data coverage needs 3 orbits. Thus, one of the FY3 operates at a down orbit. FY2H fills a critical gap in Indian Ocean, which in order to observe convection activity, FY4 takes minute frequency image animation for desired local area. In the early stage of geostationary observation, FY2 chose relatively simpler spin stabilized regime with experience gained from phone-in 2. FY4 steps into 3-axis stabilized regime. FY4 loads both imager and sounder. A great effort is made to overcome observation stability caused by the interactions between the 2 major moving instruments. As a result, the sounder from the geostationary orbit is gained. This is the sounder from geostationary orbit. Now I show you some image for weather system monitoring. This is tropical cyclone animation. This is the gravity wave at the top of the tropical cyclone. This is the life cycle of the extratropical cyclone. Visible image from FY4 see more clearly. In the initial stage, the curve, the boundary is like this. For the mature stage, one cloud moves toward the west. This is the why it didn't work. This is the animation of the convection. This is the convection along the May front, and this is the convection initiation monitoring. You can see in this place the convection is developed, is under development, and now we add lightning on the image animation. So those images are used in weather system monitoring, climate monitoring, atmospheric composition monitoring, etc. Now, FY satellite produce 90 products used in those areas. The data are distributed through real time and non-real time. In China, any people with the mobile phone, he can use the mobile phone to watch the phone satellite image at his place. After the algorithm is improved, we literally long-term data set. By using Phone-in satellite data, China's NWP accuracy is improved. At present, 1/4 of the data for China's global forecast system is from Phone-in satellite data. This is an example of upper-level wind forecast. More improvements are in the tropics here, especially at the eastern part of the ocean, those places. Lower level temperature and humidity profiles improve apparently in the low-level stratocumulus area. Inversions and the low-level humidity bias is reduced. We also use radar to observe precipitation. Satellite data and products are monitored at ECMWF. The data from USA, Europe, and China are more than 90% of the total observation records. FY3, D, and E, all sky microwave humidity radiance are simulated at ECMWF. Apparent improvements is gained. Those are from FY microwave data. You see, give much improvements. Data from FY meteorological satellites is brought into WMO integrated global observation system in real time. It becomes an important part of space-based observation network. The Phone-in satellite open data policy also supported WMO early warning for all proposal. In order to realizing early warning for all proposal, China put forward a program called MAZU. MAZU means multi-hazard, alert, zero-gap universal. MAZU shares China's experience and achievements internationally, especially with developing countries, by supplying early warning technologies on risk recognition and evaluation. China cooperates with other countries and share our experience at the related ability construction. MAZU was an ancient woman 1,000 years ago. She was knowledgeable at astronomy, meteorology, and navigation. When she was 20 years old, she contributed her life at an effort to save people suffered by a serious sea disaster. Then she was respected as goddess of the sea. The name MAZU embodies 4 definition principles of early warning for all initiative and expresses China's intelligence that is inspired by ancient wisdom, empowered by modern science and technology. FY data also give contribution to other WMO programs, such as greenhouse gas, wildfire, space weather. International cooperation and training. In the early stage of Phone-in satellite development, NOAA provide training to NSMC. Numerous US experts provide us systematical lectures. Those lectures not only teach us science and technology, but also told us their experience. Those lectures help and advised us a lot With their help, our progress was more fluently. Dr. Lees, he told me, "You are director of NSMC. If you call the others to work, but you yourself do not work, the other people won't listen to you. You must work hardly and become their example." We translate important satellite meteorological books into China and learn the related knowledge. When we get experience, we give trainings. My role in the phone-in journey. I am a director, so I learn administration. We learn Simon's book, Administrative Behavior. Simon described the staff's action at the realization of organization objectives. Simon's book guided our work. I pay attention to organization objectives, their establishment and realization. As director of NSMC, my responsibility is to determine specific working objectives for the organization. Those objectives take key action for solving the difficult issues and for improving the situation. Correct working objective comes from deep insight to the existing difficulty points. The setup of the working objectives symbolizes the work is on the correct way. In order to reach the working objectives, a great deal of work needs to be performed by the organization. I pay attention to people in the organization and arrange capable person at key position. A lead person should have basic knowledge, practice, and experience at the topic. He can catch up the essentials of the subject, understand the helpful abilities in and out of the organization, cooperate with the others, and dispatch all the ability for the solution of the problem. Besides, everyone in the organization should respect the job. They try their best at the work and turn out best results. I pay attention and organize the extra work for appropriate message be formed and transmitted to the government and the users. On one hand, those services provide important information to the country. On the other hand, when our government leaders notice our action, they pay more attention to the development of phone-in meteorological satellites. In 1987, a very serious forest fire happened in northeast China. 13% of the forest area in China was burned out. NSMC provided effective monitoring and service, which takes important action in the activity of putting down the fire. After the disaster, Vice Premier Li Peng said, "Meteorological satellite is an effective measure at monitoring the large-scale natural disaster. The other measures unable to compare with it. Although our financial status is not plentiful, considering the important action of meteorology, we shall still make every possible effort to realize the 2-series meteorological satellite plan." In 1991, Huaihe River region was suffered by flooding. For flood monitoring was performed for 87 counties. Those counties were put in order according to the percentage of submerged area in total. Based on those orders, the government provided disaster relief to the victim teams. NSMC issued Taihu Lake pollution distribution monitoring images, those images, which supervised the local government at the pollution prevention. After 2008, this is 2008, the situation was improved. I overcome difficulties on data processing. For geostationary satellite, its orbit should be in the equatorial plane. Its spin axis should be parallel with the Earth's rotation. The satellite is carefully constructed. The orbit and attitude of the satellite are accurately placed, but minimal bias is unavoidable. Due to the long distance between the satellite and the Earth, the small bias is enlarged. It is observed that Earth center line count this on the satellite image is extremely idealized. It looks just like a sine curve. There must be some reason behind this phenomena. Based on this phenomena, a mathematical model is developed to get observation vector from the instrument to the observation objectives. Pixel level image navigation is realized. A big effort is given to the mathematical model, its establishment and solution. Be sure each step is correctly written and performed. After the correct solution is gained, the animation of FY2 images are very stable. The coastline on the image and the map are well matched. In 2002 October, NASA Administrator Griffin visited NSMC. After his visit, he expressed at the NASA's website, he said, "We have seen some very nice things. We saw a very nice algorithm by which Chinese weather satellite developers correct for the apparent motion of the Earth as a result of minor shifts in the orbit of geostationary spacecraft. For wind derivation, we improved our algorithm. The characteristics of the algorithm is at the objective tracing stage, our algorithm do not use NWP as initial value. The algorithm is more efficient at wind calculation. Distinguish high and low clouds based on the correlation between IR and water vapor channels. Our algorithm was positively commented by CGMS and international wind workshops as important progress. In the future, we shall continue to improve phone meteorological satellites data accuracy and application. We shall make more effort to address climate change and give more contribution to the WMO early warning for all. We shall learn new technology such as AI for more sustainable development goals. The development of phone satellites cannot be separated from the support and cooperation of the international community. In the future, we shall continue to strengthen international cooperation among satellite and user communities. This is the future objectives. It is my sincere wish to denote the full amount of the IMO prize to the Mazu Prize. This commitment follows the example of how individual actions fuels our common global endeavor. Core aims of Mazu Prize are the following four: champion early warning for all, inspire global meteorological solidarity, build a connected global network, strengthen satellite application cooperation. Thank you very much.
شكرا لك البروفيسور جيان مينشو على محاضرتك العلمية المتميزة. سيتم إدراج المحاضرة العلمية في تقرير الجلسة. شكرا لك. أدعو الآن الدكتور تشين زين مدير إدارة الأرصاد الجوية الصينية لإلقاء بعض الكلمات. تفضل سيدي.
好，谢谢主席先生。首先，我谨代表中国气象局和全体同事，向许建明院士荣获此项国际殊荣表示热烈的祝贺，并向世界气象组织致以诚挚的感谢。这一奖项是对许教授60多年来坚守气象事业，为全球气象发展做出卓越贡献的高度认可。许建民教授是中国风云气象卫星事业的主要奠基人，亲历并见证了风云卫星从起步到壮大的全过程。许教授经常告诉我们，在风云卫星发展初期，就像刚才他讲到的，国际社会，特别是 WMO 给予了宝贵的支持。他经常向年轻同事讲述当年与外国专家共事的点滴，对每一位给予过帮助的国际友人念熟于胸。他从美国访学归国时，用剩余的生活费用购置了大批卫星气象学原版书籍，并组织翻译成中文，带领年轻人学习先进技术。如今，这批年轻人已经成为风云卫星事业的中坚力量。许教授现在仍然在培养学生。我经常在中国气象局大院里看到许教授，他是一位非常受人尊敬的科学家。他常说，大气没有国界，所以做气象的人必须要相互合作。作为 WMO 的成员，我们要有意愿补充别人的精神。通过合作，我们气象的技术就共同提高了。许教授本人正是这一理念的践行者，他主导将风云2号 H 星漂移到东经79度，填补了印度洋区域业务卫星观测的空白，倡导研发首颗晨昏轨道业务卫星风云3号 E， 有效弥补了全球数值预报6小时同化窗口内的观测空缺，显著提升了预报精度与时效，为国际社会做出了切实贡献。最后呢，我特别感谢许教授将全部奖金捐献给妈祖奖，这是中国气象局妈祖奖的第一笔捐款。这也是一颗种子，承载着中国早期预警方案走向更多发展中国家的希望。我们相信它必将生根发芽，枝繁叶茂，为全球气象事业贡献更多的中国力量。谢谢大家。
شكرا دكتور تشين، وأيضا الشكر موصول للأرصاد الصينية على دعمها للبنية التحتية لنظام الرصد العالمي. وقبل أن أعلن اختتام هذا الحدث، أود أن أتقدم مرة أخرى بأحر التهاني إلى البروفيسور جان مينشو على هذا الإنجاز، كما أتوجه بالشكر لسعادة السفير جاكويدا والضيوف الكرام والسيدات والسادة على حضوركم ومشاركتكم في هذا الحفل. شكرا لكم جميعا، وأتمنى لكم دوام التوفيق والنجاح. شكرا. إذا نأخذ استراحة 20 دقيقة، ثم ننتقل إلى الجلسة المغلقة. Right, it's better.